Hello everyone, this is Sambhaji, and today I will here discuss the whole drug discovery process. That is how much time it will requires to discover one single drug, right? Right from the it's a discovery phase in pharmaceutical industry to reach into the market or to the patients, right? We know that a drug discovery process is not so easy process. It is a very complicated process as it requires 12 to 14 years and so much extensively research and at least 2.4 US dollar, 2.4 billion US dollar, right? And then this is not affordable to countries like our India, okay? And that's why we call our generic industry. Okay, that part we will discuss in the somehow in another next videos, okay, right? So why we are can't afford to discover one single drug, right? Okay. Uh, that part came into the branded drug versus generic drugs, okay, and we are the generic industry, the pharmacy of world. The India is the pharmacy of world. Why? That part we will discuss in another videos, right? Today I will focus to how what is the actually the drug discovery process, and I think it should know every medical science students or pharmaceutical science students, and I see the student that even in interview also they are unable to describe in within 2 4 minutes they are unable to describe the whole drug discovery process and then what is the use, right? So let's start. This is the figure for the whole to understand the whole drug discovery process, and you will be easily understand how what is actually the drug discovery process and why it will require this much times, right? That is the tell to at least 11 or 14 years, right? And this is the reason, okay, we are seeing here, all right? So let's discuss each and every gate and for where the drug has to go from this every gate to approve for the human use. Okay, the first key gate is the target identification, right? For this full understanding of the disease pathway at the cellular and molecular level is important to find appropriate small molecule targets, and this can begin with an understanding the function of the enzymes, receptors, or proteins within the pathology of the diseases, right? And the major drug targets are that the receptors, the proteins, enzymes, DNA, RNA, and ribosomal proteins that are directly involved with the disease processes, right? And there are 400 different drug targets in current therapies and several different approaches, including this advanced area like proteomics, genetics, and bioinformatics, and these can be used for the drug identification, right? The next key gate, move on to the next key gate, right? Is the gate number two. It will require the 1 year, at least 1 year. That is the target identification. Target validation. Okay, and target validation requires a strong experimental evidences to support the molecular and cellular targets that is involved in the whatever we are discovering, whatever we are targeting the disease, right? And the inhibition or modulation of this target should have the therapeutic effect without any adverse effect. This is important, right? And then the next gate is the lead identification, right? Okay, lead identification, and this lead identification is the process of a lead drug molecule that could be used to treat the disease cells via this validated target molecular target, okay? And then this is the main gate is coming, right? The gate number six. This is called nothing but the preclinical trial stage, okay? And the clinical and this preclinical stage plays a very important role as it involves the testing of the pharmacological profile, that is absorption, the drugs absorption, distribution, metabolism, accretion, viability, protein binding, stability, and the half-life of that particular drugs, okay? And mechanism of the action of the drugs in the least species, or at least 2 weeks to 3 months, okay, depending on the proposed duration of the use of the drug, right? And once the preclinical trials Okay, once preclinical trial have suggested that the drug could be safe for human, for use in human, and trials are designed and planned based on the efficacy, safety data from the preclinical stage, and uh, the clinical phase involves the that is three phases: the phase one, phase two, phase three, right? Uh, and the phase one involves establishing a safety clinical dose of the drug in at least 20 to 50 healthy volunteers. Okay, and in phase two, researchers use the drug to treat the small number of patients. Right, the small number of patients, that is there is a number that is a 10 to 300 people with the target diseases, and then determine the efficacy, safety, and optimal dose of the drug. And phase 3 is nothing but the most expensive stage, because it involves the treating the tens of thousands of patients in a so-called double-blind, randomized, placebo-controlled, multi-center study for further establishment of safety and efficacy. Well, why it is so? Because ultimately we want safety and efficacy. The two words are very, very important. We want each and every drug, the drug should be safe and efficacious, right? After these three clinical phases, all the preclinical and clinical data are collected and submitted for the review for Food and Drug Administration, right, in the respective countries, and then drug will approve. And this is the reason why one single drug required this much time to reach into the market, right? We know that we are thinking like that. Why the because this much advanced system is in medical sciences, then also sorry, pharmaceutical sciences, then also drug is not coming for this coronavirus, because this is the reason why drug is not coming, because I'm sure that it is in the process for the to become as early as possible, right? And because this time is required, and this much I read in this figure, we easily understand how one single drug will be discovered, right? Thank you so much.